blow. I gotta stay on my hustle, you know that I'm grinding for sure. I came up right from the bottom, now they see me chasing my goals. Now they see me on the go, yeah. Now they see me on the road. It's time to hustle, yeah, it's time to grow. I'ma shoot for the stars and we aim for the gold. It's time to hustle, yeah, it's time to grow. It's time to hustle, yeah, it's time to grow.
What's up? Welcome back to the latest at 138. Willis and I keep you guys up to speed with everything that's happening in and around 138. Man, we've been flat out. It's busy. Last year in the second day. And then your office, baby. How's it feeling?
Bro, it's gone, eh? I fucking love it here, bro. We're just waiting for the couch and that to turn up. I think it's going to be tomorrow or Thursday. And then with the couch and the rug, then we're pretty much set. We can properly set it up completely. And we're good to go, dude. I crack up sometimes, bro, because like I'm sitting in like a just over 20 square meter office, bro. I think I'm the fucking man. Yeah, back at the gym, G. Grateful though, bro. Like,
yeah.
Hopefully one day we look back at this and be like, fuck, we thought we were cool then, G.
Yeah, exactly. What's your favorite part about it?
Oh, like the experience or the actual office itself?
Both.
Office itself, this podcast little studio that's going to be set up, G. It's not done yet, but obviously, as you can see, but it's going to be wicked, bro. We've got a proper light, we've got a proper cam set up. We're looking at getting another 2 cameras and that A10 Mini Pro thing so we can live switch between cameras. The Wi-Fi set up right here so we can actually plug that Ethernet cable in and go live and shit and have live cuts. So like proper studio quality stuff on live. We could do that, bro. That's probably my favorite thing about this office. But in terms of like lifestyle, just being able to go somewhere, bro, and be able to work. I can come here, get my work done. And what I'm doing at the moment is I leave my charger and stuff here. I just bring my laptop in case I need it home, and then get home. I can switch off, bro. Hang out with Ayla, hang out with baby, come back here into my work, get back home.
Yeah, nice. So you feel like you're getting the balance right as well, eh? Nice. I like that. Hey, look, we've got a lot to get through. We're 5 episodes in on the latest now. It's been 5 weeks. That pretty much means that I've been on board for about 5 weeks. How are you finding it? What are your thoughts on the latest so far? What do you think we've done well, and what do you think we can work on?
I think it's good, bro. I think it's added a lot of value, and it's going to add a lot of value, especially like you don't realize how many people, when they jump on and when they start watching your content, like how much they go back and listen to your other stuff. Yeah. That's what's going to be cool about this, bro, is they can actually go back and they can listen to us as we go through our journey, G. And that's the main thing. I think you're fucking killing it at the moment, bro. You as we've talked about, bro, you facilitate this, G. So this is your gig in 138. I don't do anything. You just tell me what time and where to be, and I jump down on the camera and have a yarn with you, G. So how are you finding it?
Yeah, I love it. It's one of the favorite times of my week. I look forward to it. Pretty much as soon as I click the stop record button, I'm planning for the next one. Like, I don't know, man. Yeah. I think it's awesome to document what's happening weekly because it's getting fucking hectic, and moving into summer is even better. Like this Friday, we've got the White Hustlers tea restock. You're moving into the office. We're getting a lot of shit done. But I think it's really good. But before we get onto it and before we blabble on, Ārepa, we've talked about it before. God's juice, sponsored.
Bro, Ārepa. We're waiting for their shit to turn up. They're supposed to be coming tomorrow, the stock, so we can actually drink it. Yeah. For now, we're stuck with beers, which is probably the complete opposite, and Coke Zero, which is the complete opposite of what we're supposed to be drinking. But yeah, the drinks are off tomorrow. The fridge is going to come. We're going to set the fridge here. There's another seat on the other side of this. But Ārepa is a no caffeine, no processed sugar. It's a complete health drink made for brain performance, bro, under stress and fatigue. That's the whole thing around it. Whether it be a long night studying or whether it be you're playing a game of sport, playing a game of footy, and you need to think quickly when your brain's not, this is the drink for it. So you just click the link in the description or use Hustlers20 at discount at the checkout to get a discount code to get 20% off your box. Try it out. It's worth it. Guarantee it.
Thank you to Ārepa for sponsoring the podcast. Really good to deal with. I can't wait to smack my first one back. I feel like I need one right now. It's a bit stuffy. My mind's all over the place.
That's it, bro.
I need an Ārepa to straighten me out, bro.
And not even being biased, G. It works. Like, I felt the difference, bro. I've used it, and you smash it out. You just constantly being able to think. I don't know if you find yourself going off task all the time and grab your phone and you find yourself scrolling on your phone. This stops it, G. Guarantee you.
Yeah. So again, thank you to Ārepa. Just touching on a little bit what Lost was commenting on about before we gave Ārepa a shout out for sponsoring the podcast. I think the latest is going good. I do think that there's heaps of room for improvement. I think doing it face to face would be a lot better, but we're making do. COVID alert levels are it's pretty positive. It's moving forward. I think we find that out on the 29th of November. So we've got roughly 20 days before we can actually start planning when I can come down. I'll probably shoot the gap as soon as I can. But I also think that it'd be cool to get guests on eventually as well. So not just any random guests, not just people who want to come in for a random yarn. It's people who are in the business. So it could be Geordie, the videographer. It could be Ayla's mum, logistics manager, person who does all our 3PL shit. It could be like a good mate of ours, Beb. We want to touch on Beb a little bit later in the potty. And we kind of want to grow that part of 138 as well. So Lost, you got a bit to talk about Beb and kind of the projection that we want to go on as well. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, first of all, Geordie, bro. So Geordie's actually here. Show your face, G. Geordie's here recording behind the scenes because we're putting together a video for the summer collection party. We've talked about it so many times about that 5-minute video we're going to be playing. He's just pretty much recording that at the moment. So fucking pumped for that, man. Can't wait for you guys to see it. In terms of Beb and Devontae, actually, is the other one. We're bringing a couple boys on board at 138, and they're just going to be, I guess, talent in a sense where they're going to start their own personal brand, and we're going to try to build it through 138. So what I talked to you about before, I don't know what your thoughts are on it properly, but we're looking at potentially like changing our YouTube channel to 138 TV, where it's going to be almost like a TV channel, and people can go to there. It's their one-stop shop for all their content. So we're going to have Beb. He's going to be running like a hunting and fishing segment, hunting, fishing, and outdoors, that sort of stuff, because that's his vibe. He's also going to be getting
not the poor man's pity's tiki tour.
He's going to be the rich man's pity's tiki tour, cuz he's going to be mean, G. And we're going to have him doing that sort of stuff. We're going to have Devontae. He's going to start running a punters club through 138. So
I heard he goes shit on the TOB.
Oh, bro, he has his days, G. He does have his days. But that's the other thing, G, we talked about today. I talked to him, and I was like, and he goes, oh, main thing I want to say, G, is like, I just don't want guys to like get pissed off that like, tips aren't going well, and because that is punting, and I kind of just want to say that sort of stuff. And I was like, bro, that's exactly what we need, because that's the sort of shit that needs to be said. Like, bro, punting is punting. That's why it's fucking called punting. There's absolutely no way you can get a dude that's gonna be on the go all the time. But what you can do is you can preach that and promote that. And like we said, like he said that predominantly it's younger people following 138 and stuff. So promoting just like being responsible with it and shit, being like taking the piss out of it, being like, if you spent too much money on stupid shit this week, you ain't jumping on the punt this week. Like just saying stuff like that. That's sending good messages, but also, but anyway, so we're going to have him. He's going to be running like a punters club. We're going to have Beb. He's going to be doing the hunting, fishing, outdoors. We're going to have them in here all the time. We're going to have a schedule up on this whiteboard up here, content planning. So he's going to be in at this time. He's going to be in at this time. Eventually we want to get to the point where we're having different shows, like we're talking about beers with the boys or something like that, where we sit down on a Friday night and we just talk shit, bro. The group's funny, bro. The boys just fucking vibe off each other. So just sitting down and having a good yarn, having the camera there, even if we do it live, bro, on Facebook or something, have the camera there, just running live, just talking shit. There's content, bro. And building these guys as their own personal brand to the point where they are building themselves, but they're also bringing sales to 138. And that's going to be the goal, is getting sales to 138. And this is going to come with trust, because there's, in terms of 138, they're not going to see a whole lot of return out of what they're doing. But when it gets to the point that we can put all you boys on salaries, and you can do this full time. And like, because I talked to Devontae today, he goes, "Oh, how are we going to turn this into like a money thing?" I said, number one is sponsorships. So that's your earning where there's no salary, there's no cap to your earning. You're gonna make as much sponsorship money as you possibly can. There's no cap to that. And number two is eventually, by you building your little community and you bringing them to 138 and you selling the clothes, and you go, "Oh, I give all my content away for free, support the boys, buy some clothes." That shit gets bigger and bigger and bigger. People buy more. We make more money. We pay these guys full time so they can do this shit, and we can just keep building this thing, Drew.
Yeah, I like that. One thing I do want to touch on there in terms of getting more people in and around 138 is that we're not like 138 is just not a clothing brand. We're a community, and we've said that before. But what we actually want to do is we want people to come to 138, not 138 the clothing brand, but 138 and think, fuck, what I want to do today. Do I want to watch a video on a bit of punting? Do I want to watch vulnerability through mental health for the CRM podcast? Or do I want to watch someone fucking putting a spearfish through a snapper or a kingy? Like, there's so many different options you can have there. And as a byproduct off the back of it, the boys are actually learning something different. They're actually growing their personal brand. I think personal brand is so underrated right now, especially for young boys. Definitely girls as well. Don't get me wrong, but boys, because it takes a lot more guts or balls for boys to open up in terms of talking about podcasts in general. Like you and I have had to twist Beb's arm quite a lot over the last week, for example.
He just rocked it. He just walked in.
Yeah, see what I mean? He
useless prick.
27 minutes late, beauty.
Fucking hell.
But do you know what I mean? Like it actually builds
yeah.
Like them building their personal brand actually builds them holistically as a person as well. I definitely think that 138 can really do that for them. So I'm excited, man. I think
that's the thing, G. We're gonna build like it's gonna be a two-way street. That's the thing. Like I just went to the boys and I was just like 138's now gaining a bit of traction. Let's use it, bro. Like let's use it to our advantage. All the boys, let's build each other's personal brands. Let's put it under 138 so we can grow 138 as this thing that's gonna help us succeed, but also build each other's brands. Because eventually, you know, one day one of the boys might be like, "Oh fuck, I'm just gonna go do my own thing." Sweet, go do your own thing. Now you've got a brand, you've got people following you. You can do what you want to do for a living, because that's essentially what we all want to do. Eh? That's the goal out of this, is doing shit that we love doing for a living.
Exactly. Order of events, we've kind of touched on a little bit about Beb and 138 TV and stuff like that, and the process moving forward. I'm going to cover off a few new items dropping. Obviously, I'm not going to go into much detail because we want like that element of surprise. We want drop previews and all that good content as well. We're going to talk about the Joe Rogan comment about Auntie Cindy. We're going to touch on the summer collection release party as well. There's been a few updates over the last week that we can push out there as well in terms of information. And of course, the elephant in the room, 4 days time, baby. Oh, fuck no, 3 days time. The White Hustlers tea restock. Fuck, I'm excited. I'm going to save the best for last. And then a little bit of a Q&A to finish. Not much. But, Beb, a few new items dropping over summer. You got the samples in today. Are you happy with them?
Bruh. I was like, I was just saying, like, when I messaged you, I was like, holy shit, it was better than what I was hoping. Like, they came in and they were sharp, bro. But yep, we're not going to say too much, but all people need to know is there's a few tees. There's a couple pairs of pants. We've got a pair of linen pants going on. We got like a couple exclusive women's things, that, in my opinion, are going to pop. That's something I'm most excited about, because we've talked about our following on 138 changing more from what it used to be, like 80-20 male to female. Now it's more like 55-45 or something like that. So we've got a lot more like females and women and girls following us now. So catering to that.
I'd be interested to know why. Like, why have there been a few more females jump on board lately?
Because we're good-looking bastards, bro.
Is it because of the content? Is it because what we do like sits with them, that it's relevant? It'd be interesting to know. If there's any females out there, can you just let us know? Because there might be a little bit of not a loophole, but something that we could really dive a little bit deeper into. But
something that sort of comes to my head, like, or a potential reason on why is that when a lot of brands start, they just cater towards a certain gender, if you know what I mean. Like a boy will start a brand, and the brand will just be for the boys, and then a girl will start a brand, and the brand will just be for the girls. But like, so when you start a brand, girls wouldn't even switch on. They just think, oh, boys' clothes, and then like as they get to hear more about it, then they might start thinking, oh shit, and like, you know, we've started making clothes for girls. We get the girls modeling our clothes, so girls know that it is for girls too. Maybe that's why now they're starting to click on. The boys are telling their missus.
Yeah, exactly. Bro, you know what'd be cool is having, like, I know, like, you got me, we're getting Beb, Vontae's coming as well, but having like a female aspect to 138 as well. Like, for example, Ayla, 138 interior design, or there's a lot of girls out there that you and I know, health and fitness, like all of that shit. Like, I think that'd be cool as well.
100%, bro. 100%.
Joe Rogan comment about Jacinda. We try to keep things PG. We don't like talking about political stuff as well. Fuck it. Let's dive into it. What do you reckon?
He's right, dude. Oh, crack me up, bro.
I'll play it, bro.
Like
I'll play it.
Yeah, go on, play it.
So we might reconvene. Thank you.
He was running New Zealand. If she even gets asked questions at press conferences and people yell out questions, he goes, "We're going to shut this down. We're going to shut this down if you keep yelling out." And then she just leaves. She goes,
like a Lady Trump.
Accredited press only. And so she leaves. Like she took a press conference indoors. We're going to shut this down if you keep, with a big smile on her face. Like, they have ultimate power now.
Yikes.
They have the power to shut down businesses, keep people in their homes. It's not as simple as just protecting people. It's also they have power.
All right.
Yeah. 100% agree, bro. Like,
Fill your boots, Lof.
Yeah, I won't get hard out into it because like you sort of said, we don't talk about to me at the moment, getting into politics is just like fucking joining the divide, bro. Like, it's just dividing our country at the moment. I don't want to be a part of that. So we don't tend to talk about our personal opinions on all that stuff. All I think is that he is right in a way. Like, just shit's just not going right, bro. And like, being a business owner now, I can feel what's happening, and you know, that's on a small scale, bro. So you imagine the big dogs, and I don't know, there's just so much now where it literally feels like, you know, that feeling like we've gone from hero to zero. Like, everyone was praising us, everyone thought that we were the goats, and then now everyone thinks we're dickheads, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Look, I think both realities exist. Like, on this one, I'm sitting on the fence. Like, I'm not saying what Joe Rogan did was wrong or right. Like, I agree with him, and then I also don't like the way that he's, like, in defense of, like, Auntie Cindy, like, spoken about her. Probably just out of respect, but I get it. Like, I understand.
That's him though, bro. That's
At the end of the day,
real.
bro. At the end of the day, Cindy pays my fucking bills, G.
yeah, I know. I know.
Nah,
So
look,
you gotta
man,
be
like,
careful, G.
I agree, bro. Times are very political. To be honest, I just think we should all be thinking about the big picture, do what's best for everyone.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. Pretty touchy subject. Let us know what you think, guys. Pretty interested to know. Summer collection release party. Speaking of which, I've just received an email from the person who's doing our lanyards. I need to get back to her in the next couple of hours. Otherwise, we're going to miss our deadline. So we're sorting lanyards and ID cards and stuff like that. We've been in the process of back and forth with a few companies. We're just about to finalize a few things there. In terms of the band.
Did you head up the first company?
Yeah, bro.
Did you get back to them?
Nah, not yet. No. I just wanted to make sure that we got a quote for the first one. But like, everything's pretty much squared away. Like, last week we mentioned that the red carpet's been sorted, the venue's sorted, majority of the tickets are have sold. I'll get you to talk about Parikura and that whole ticket thing as well. I think that's a really good point to bring up as well. Really looking forward to it, bro.
Yeah, bro, 100%. There's a lot more that's been squared away now. I'm in talks with them about they've seen how much, like, we're going to be advertising their place in this party, so we're in talks with them about how that's going to work, and like, we might be we've given them a 10-minute video that we're making on their place. We're going to give them all this mean photography and shit like that. So they're going to potentially look at hooking us up in some sort of way, which would be mean. But I'm excited, G. Those lanyards are going to be mean. That thing you touched on around, or you didn't really touch on it, but Claudia did, the ones we're talking to from that company, about making some lanyards or ID cards, especially for certain people, like the 500 Club. We give them one, so they identified. They have a memorabilia to keep for the night, and keep, take it home. What do you reckon about that?
Yeah,
Good idea?
yeah. I think that's cool, bro. I think out of respect to all the 500 Club and all the followers, it's just not possible for us to actually know you guys all by face and name, especially when we're on the piss as well and we've got heaps of shit on the run. So it might be nice just to fucking have a little name tag. I can fucking scoop down at your ID card and shit like that. So, let's talk about Parikura and the 2 tickets that he's purchased and our ideas around it.
Yeah, so if you follow 138, you'll have seen that they do that we posted about Parikura. He's the dude he's the only dude a part of the 2000 Club. He spent over $2,000 with us, bro, since we started. He actually just reached out and was like, bro, I can't get back. I would have come back from Perth for the party, but obviously borders are closed, so he can't get back. So he wanted to buy 2 tickets, even though he couldn't make it. That's what he would have bought anyway. He wanted to buy those 2 tickets to give away to someone that deserves it, which I thought was fucking crazy. That we've got dudes like that follow us. So we're looking at doing a potential giveaway. How are we going to run it? You reckon sort of maybe you got to buy Ārepa, chuck it on your story, and then we'll call someone on the latest day and we'll tell them that they've won and they can take it, mate.
Yeah. That's pretty much the idea that we've got at the moment. If you got a better idea, we'd love to hear it. We want to bring in Ārepa as much as possible. We want them to make sure that, let's say in 3 months' time, they're already locking in for the end of the year to sponsor us again. You know what I mean? We want to provide as much value for them as possible. Not just them sponsoring our podcast, but us just pushing their brand out as well. So I think it's a really good opportunity for us to do something to help them. And I also think that it'd be cool to get the reaction of whoever gets the tickets on the latest as well. So, I think that'd be fucking grouse, bro, to be honest. But summer collection release party, I honestly reckon that the borders will be open, and uncles will be having a little bit of a boogie.
Fuck, I'm excited, bro. It's gonna be interesting. It's like all this energy put into that one night, you think it's gonna be one night, it's gonna be over.
Yeah.
Be worth it though.
Anyway, in 3 days' time, Friday, 12th of November, the long-awaited White Hustlers Tea restock. I've said it before. I'm gonna say it again. These things are gonna fly out the fucking door, Neff. They're in high demand. You've probably pumped out maybe 80 of them already. There's already 80 of them out there. There's only going to be, I'm not even going to tell you guys how many there's, but you better be quick. I've had a few people come up to me and be like, bro, that's fucking mean tea. Where'd you get that from? I've had people DM me. I put a story up on my Instagram today of the tea. Someone replies and goes, fuck, if I miss out on this drop, I'm robbing your house, G.
Bro, I saw that. You put it on our story, eh?
Yeah.
That's the other thing, G, I find buzzy now is that I'm on my personal page and I see 138's put up a post or a story and it's not me anymore. I just
oh
shit. Yeah, it's buzzy, bro. Nah, I saw that. Actually, we better make a shout out to or talk about the Hangar, bro, in Christchurch.
100.
So the Hangar is a retail store in Christchurch who's now become our second retailer. So we've just brought them on. They love the vibe. They're keen to jump on board and be a retailer. So you can find our clothes in Point Break and Cambridge, and now you can find them in the Hangar down in Christchurch.
Yeah, and Annie and Kim, who run the Hangar, they've sponsored my CRM podcast for probably the last 5 or 6, and they're pretty cool because they align their business with other people and other businesses that their values align with as well. So it tells me that we're doing something right. And
that's it, bro.
Yeah, honestly, man, good people attract good people. That's what I'm excited for. But what time on Friday are the teas dropping out?
6 o'clock. Always Friday 6 p.m. baby.
Yeah, Friday 6 p.m. We're not long. We're about 3 days out. Make sure that you get your VIP membership in. If you don't know how to do it, go to the website. Sign up an email. It's all free. You'll get 15 minutes free access before anyone else.
Key,
Yeah.
essential.
Oh, I reckon I'm not even being biased or cocky. I think they'll all be gone 12 minutes after 6, bro.
12 minutes. Yeah, that's all right. There's some like there's always at least one or two sizes that go in that
Yeah.
early pre-release. So jump on that.
Yeah. All right. We're going to head into a Q&A to finish off. We've got about 10 or so. Just bear with us when we sort them out. What inspires you to do what you do, Loss?
Number one, financial freedom, bro. I want to not have to worry about money for the rest of my life. Do what I love doing, support my family, go and enjoy what we want to do, go on holidays, and not have to worry about money. Number two, chasing that feeling of doing something that I love every morning, bro. Waking up on Monday, happy, keen to go to work. That's the goal, and I want to keep that for the rest of my life.
Nice. Will you restock the Black Hustlers tee?
Depends. Maybe. Probably not at the moment. We say this to people like when we drop stuff, like we're probably not going to restock this. And White Hustlers tee and the logo tee were an exception. There's been another couple of exceptions, but we mean it when we say like we might not restock this. And there's only 100 out there, bro, and there's none others.
Yeah. Next one, thoughts on NFTs. It's been my job recently. I'll comment on this if you want. Loss has kind of tasked me with figuring out probably what NFTs are, but how they would work for 138. It's such an exciting prospect. I don't think we're quite on the surface of it. I think probably give us to the start of next year, we'll definitely understand a little bit more about it. Kind of just sorting out what they look like, how they work, how they're going to work for us. I think it's a good opportunity for us off the back of like we could even build like a crypto community within 138 and stuff like that. But
yeah,
it's also a good way to you have sponsorships, you have fucking influencers and ads and gifteds and all that shit. But I think NFTs are a good way to like get behind the scenes stuff with the boys, or come on the latest, or get free kit a week out before it even drops.
That's the thing there, bro, is what you're talking about there, is the utilities. I've been doing a bit of research on it too, bro. Have you seen NFTs? Have you been looking into that? NFT, and the ones that have the utilities, those are the ones that'll pop. Like, give people access to stuff. So we're in a good position where we can do that. Like,
yeah,
like we put out 1,000 NFTs of this certain one that gives them early access to every drop in the year, $500 worth of kit throughout the year, anything like that. That sort of shit is what I think is going to pop.
Yeah, bro, like the amount of value that they hold, like fucking those apes, for example. It's a cartoon ape and they're selling for like fucking 8 G's. Like, that's fucking daylight robbery, G. Like, how does it even work? So I think there's a lot of hope, not hope, but room for growth that we can definitely dive into. I think that's pretty cool 100%. As well. If I sign up, do I get first dibs at a Hustlers tee? Fuck, to be honest, yes you do. VIP access, baby. 15 minutes beforehand. If you could change one thing from the latest from last week, what would it be? Whatever.
I don't know about last week, but just in general, like the main thing that I talked to you about, which we're getting better at, is making it more of a meeting, like where it's like we actually talk about shit that not just update on what we're doing, but shit that we actually need to talk about.
Yeah.
Have those conversations on here so people can be we can be open and transparent and people can see that, bro, and have those conversations. I was going to get Bib on today, but he's been a mouse. Not keen to jump on yet. But like, I've got a meeting with him after this. But getting stuff like that on
What's that meeting going to look like? What's the meeting going to look like?
First of all, I'm going to spray him for being late, and then and then second of all, we're just going to talk about like what his brand is going to look like, or what this is going to look like with him within 138.
Yeah.
So how it's going to work, how he's going to monetize that, what sort of opportunities are going to come from it, and just shit like that to make sure we get a gauge on. And so he goes out of this knowing like this is what's going to happen if I come on board, and like this is where I want to get to with it, and these are the possibilities. And if I want to leave here, this is what's going to happen.
Yeah, shout out Beb Nuts. If people don't actually know who we mean by Beb, it's Ribena Parkinson. He's the model, Green Eyes of Doom. Do you have any
Yeah, bro.
regrets?
Any regrets?
Yeah. Bit of a deep one, eh?
Ooh, yeah.
Plenty.
You think you do at the time? Probably, probably 1,000 of them. But like now, nah. You don't want to change anything.
And last one, if you had one message to the world, what would it be?
Be happy.
Yeah, 100. Let's end it on that. That's the latest for this week. Thank you for tuning in. Do not miss out on the White Hustlers Tea Restock Friday, 6 p.m. Make sure you sign up to the VIP. We're still running the black shorts 20% off. So there's a few sizes left. Jump on board and grab some. Get you 20% off. Use code the latest. That's all caps, no spaces. Thanks for tuning in. Lost, any last words?
Nah, that's us. Thanks, brother.
I'm about to blow. I gotta stay on my hustle, you know that I'm grinding for sure.
Up in there.
I came up right from the bottom, now they see me chasing my goals. Now they see me on the go, now they see me on the road. It's time